What is Mann Ki Baat? The Prime Minister coming and telling the citizens that we should drink water? I mean, come on. Is that what the Prime Minister has been elected for? This era is an era of symbolism. Management by symbolism. Not management by good execution, not management by good planning. It is management by symbolism. Somebody wrote to me saying that, "Arey, what can the Prime Minister do? He advertised, he tried, but Indians didn't follow." Hello, management is not about advertising. Management is about ensuring that it is executed. Publicity is easy, execution is difficult. Publicity helps the government, execution helps the people. Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. So yesterday, our Prime Minister did his Mann Ki Baat. Mann Ki Baat is a program where he speaks, we listen. That is what the program is. And he spoke yesterday. He spoke about the fact that it is very hot. Our cities are getting hot. I think what he didn't mention is out of the 100 top hottest cities in the world, 97 are in India. That I think he didn't speak, but all the same. He said it is very hot and the solution he gave us for this heat is to drink a lot of water. Correct. It is a very right solution because you have to keep yourself hydrated. Of course, he also spoke about having juices, having homemade juices, things that we normally have and things that we keep in our kitchen and how we can, make juices out of it and have it and consume it, and that helps us. All that what he said is correct, by the way. All that is correct, and that's what he had to say for India to fight the heat. Of course, he didn't end there. He spoke a lot more. He spoke about how there is a rising popularity of astronomy amongst the youth. That too he spoke about. He also spoke about the fact that when he went to Netherlands, he got some copper which had actually belonged to the Chola era. He bought some copper plates back to India. He spoke about that too. He spoke about innovators, students, young achievers from various parts of the country for their achievements in academic, sports, community development. He praised them. He spoke about India's love affair with mangoes. Of course, how could one miss mangoes? He spoke a lot about mangoes and how India loves mangoes and all that. This is what our Prime Minister spoke about in his Mann Ki Baat to the country. Of course, he had done a 5-nation visit. Some of it didn't go too well.
Prime Minister Modi, why don't you take some questions from the freest press in the world?
Some of it, I presume, one doesn't know how it went, good, bad.
Prime Minister Modi brought us a gift, a very, very good toffee. Mann.
What happened in those visits? Whether it helped India? Is there any trade benefit for India? Is there anything that happened in terms of security, economics, technology, anything? All that, of course, one doesn't know because there is no press conference. Mann Ki Baat didn't cover that. Mann Ki Baat also didn't cover the fact that what are we doing with our fuel price hikes? What are we doing with LPG? LPG hiked by 42 rupees in Delhi, 53 rupees in Kolkata recently. What are we doing about that? There are stories that Indian immigrant workers hit by cooking gas shortages are leaving cities. Reverse migration happening. Of course, those things were not spoken about. Those things were not spoken about. The American pressure on India to buy crude oil from America, that was not spoken about. The fact that Marco Rubio was very keen that we buy oil not from Russia or anywhere else, but from Venezuela and America. All that, not spoken. Not spoken. Not told to us. As to why are we being forced, why are we adhering to all of that? Of course, all that was not spoken. And of course, nobody asked because, like I said, it's he speaks, we listen. The point is health, education. What happened to NEET? What is happening in CBSE? Why all these leaks? Where is our education going to? Of course, not asked, not spoken. Of course, not spoken. So what is Mann Ki Baat? The Prime Minister coming and telling the citizens that we should drink water? I mean, come on. Is that what the Prime Minister has been elected for? To come and tell us that when it is hot, please drink more water? I wonder. You see, the point that I want to make is somewhere down the line, this era is an era of symbolism. Management by symbolism. Not management by good execution, not management by good planning. It is management by symbolism. Remember 2015, Swachh Bharat? And you saw all celebrities and all that. I hope my production team will put those videos for you. All those celebrities going around and cleaning already cleaned streets. You know, there were situations where they put dirt in the street so that these celebrities could clean it. That also happened. Everything happened. Then what? That campaign happened, went, a lot of money spent, a lot of advertising happened, and after that, back to square one. India is back to where it was. Somebody wrote to me saying that, "Arey, what can the Prime Minister do? You know, he advertised, he tried, but Indian didn't follow." Hello, management is not about advertising. Management is about ensuring that it is executed. There has to be a proper civic methodology where a particular area is cleaned. And when the area is cleaned, there has to be a civic campaign that ensures through fines, through punishments, and through education that people don't litter it again. A lot of countries have achieved it. A lot of countries have achieved it. We spend a lot of money on campaigns. The other day, our Prime Minister called for austerity measures. Conservation of fuel. Why? Because the fuel prices are going up. Why? Because we wouldn't want to spend our foreign exchange, which is very fair. He called for austerity measures, and you know what our ministers and a lot of celebrities did? This by, cycling to office, by motorcycling to office, so on and so forth. This is what our chief ministers and other dignitaries did. And you know what? All of this happened for 1 or 2 days. In fact, not even 2 days. It happened once. Then again, next day onwards, everything back. Are we even serious? I didn't know whether we were promoting what the Prime Minister said or we were actually making fun of it. Because to me, the actual execution of that would have been ensuring that we have an emergency meeting on public transport. We have an emergency meeting on the condition of the roads. Emergency meeting on how highways are performing currently. Emergency meeting on ensuring that people have mode of transport. So that more and more public transport is on the road, on the rails, in air, and therefore people travel by public transport instead of traveling individually in their own cars and spending fuel. Wouldn't that be logical? But no, that's not what we did. That is not what we did. An advertising agency cannot sell your product. An advertising agency can help you sell your product. Good R&D, good production, good quality, good procurement, good pricing is what sells your product. Advertising can never sell your product. Same is the case with Make in India, Startup India. All campaigns all over the place. What really happened? Did you create enough infrastructure to ensure that compliances are reduced? People are more bolder to come and invest. Did you make that environment? Did you make that environment where there is ease to do business? Did you make that environment where people are not scared of doing business? Okay, tomorrow ED will come, tomorrow IT will come, day after tomorrow GST will come. Because you are so bothered about compliances. Who would want to start business? People who have started business, we know what we go through. Have you created that? No, but we have advertising. We created a good logo, by the way. Very good logo. That was not created by an Indian company, by the way, just to tell you that. It was created by a foreign company, that logo. But all the same, this logo which you're seeing on the screen, but all the same. All the same. We created logos. We created advertising. Beti Bachao Beti Padhao. Another campaign we created. Ram Rahim Insan is on furlong. 16th time. 16th time. Nobody is really bothered. Prime Minister in his Mann Ki Baat didn't say, this is nonsense. How could this happen? I did a campaign, Beti Bachao Beti Padhao, and this is what it is. He didn't say that. Campaign happened. Lots of money spent on the campaign. Huge campaign. Take selfie with your daughter and all that. All that happened. What was the result? What was the result? GST, thought was good, thought was really good, but execution, flawed execution, because we just executed it without thinking how the execution should actually roll out, because that requires management skills, that requires administrative skills. Campaign is the easiest part. As an advertising person, let me tell you, campaign is possibly the easiest part of a brand rollout. Creating the brand, creating the product, making it the best in class, and actual on-ground sales, these are much more tougher than advertising. Without all of that, no amount of money, no amount of advertising will help your brand. And that's exactly what's happening to most of our products. Demonetization. The way demonetization was delivered to this country, what happened? What happened? Did we achieve anything out of it? My point is, publicity is easy, execution is difficult. Publicity helps the government, execution helps the people. And unfortunately, if we get pleased with the publicity and do not understand and evaluate what happened during the execution, then it is sad, because then we get what we deserve. And that is what is happening. If we don't ask questions, I don't know who to ask questions. That also true. Because end of the day, we should ask as to what happened to the projects that is being launched. Taxpayers' money has been spent. The government benefited by getting more votes. The media benefited by getting ads. Specific medias benefited by getting ads. What did the people benefit? What did you benefit? What did I benefit? We spent the money. How did we benefit? Have you bothered to ask? That's the point I wanted to make today, and till I see you next time. That's tomorrow at 10. Namaskar.